Okay, in chapter number 11, the human eye and the colorful world, today we discuss about the reflection of light through a prism. So first we take the activity 11.1. So here for that we have to fix the sheet of white paper on drawing board using the drawing pins. Place the glass prism on it. Trace the outline of the prism using a pencil and draw the straight line PE inclined to one of the refracting surfaces, say AB of the prism. Now fix two pins, say at points P and Q on the line PE as shown in the figure. Look for the images of the pins fixed at point P and Q. Okay, fixed at point P and Q through the other faces AC. Also fix two more pins at points R and S such that the pins at R and S and the images of the pins at P and Q lies on the same straight line. Remove the pins and the glass prism. The line PE meets the boundary of the prism at point E. Similarly, join the produce the points R and S. Let these lines meet the boundary of the prism E and F respectively. Now join E and F. Draw perpendiculars to the refracting surfaces AB and AC on the prism at the point E and F respectively. Mark the angle incident I, incident, that is angle of refraction, and angle of emergence as shown in the figure. So here PE is the incident ray, PE is the incident ray, EF refracted ray, FS is the emergent ray, angle is the angle of prism, angle I is the angle of incident, angle R is the angle of refraction, angle E is the angle of emergence, and angle D is the angle of deviation. Okay, so here PE is the incident ray, EF is the refracted ray, and FS is the emergent ray. Here a ray of light is entering from air medium to glass medium at the first surfaces AB. The light ray on the reflection has bent towards the normal. At the second surfaces AC, the light ray has entered from glass medium to air medium and hence it has bent away from the normal. You have compared the angle of incidence and angle of refraction at each reflecting surface of the prism. Here the peculiar shape of the prism makes the emergent ray bend at an angle of the direction of the incident ray, and this angle is called the angle of deviation. And in this case, angle D is the angle of deviation. Now next topic is the dispersion of white light by a glass prism. So this topic is very important for the board examination for you. Okay, that is 4 marks. Some type of question will ask in section D. Explain the dispersion of white light by a glass prism. Okay, so it is most important you prepared it very well. So for that we have take the thick sheet of cardboard and make the small hole or narrow slit on its middle. Allow the sunlight to fall on the narrow slit and this gives the narrow beam of white light. Now take the glass prism and allow the light from the slit to fall on one of its faces such as shown in the figure. Turn the prism slowly until the light that comes out of it appears on nearby the screen. So what you have to observe that. Why does this happen? What is the sequence of colors that you observe on the screen? So we have observed beautiful band of 7 colors, that is Vibgyor on the screen. The deviation suffered by the violet light is maximum and that by the red light is the minimum, and hence the violet color is at the lower end and the red color is at the upper end of the screen. And this happens because prism itself split the incident white light into bands of the color. The sequence of colors seen from the lower end of the screen is violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. So what your conclusion from this activity? White light is made up of 7 colors and different colors suffer from different deviation. Here the band of colors component of light beam is called the spectrum. That is, the band of 7 colors obtained from the splitting of white light is called the spectrum of white light. Then next one, that is the phenomenon of splitting of white light into its 7 constituent colors is called the dispersion of white light. Okay, the phenomenon of splitting of white light into its 7 constituent colors is called dispersion of white light. Okay. So you have seen that white light is dispersed into its 7 colors component by the prism. Different colors of light bands through different angles with respect to the incident ray as they pass through the prism. The red light bends the least while the violet the most. Okay, now next topic we discuss about the recombination of the spectrum of white light. The question is like that: how did Newton show that the white light of sun contains 7 colors using the 2 identical glass prism? So for that, Newton showed that reverse of dispersion is light is also possible. Newton kept 2 identical glass prism close to each other, one in an erect position and the second one is inverted position as shown in the figure. White light of the sunlight get dispersed when it passes through the first prism P1, and this allow all the colors of the spectrum to pass through the second prism. Here the second prism P2 receive all the rays of the 7 colors from first prism and recombines them into original white light. And this observation gave Newton the idea that the sunlight is made up of 7 colors. Any light that gives a spectrum similar to that of sunlight is called the white light. Now the next question like that: give an example of natural spectrum, explain the formation of rainbow in the sky with net label diagram. So you have to observe that the rainbow is a natural spectrum appearing in the sky after the rain shower. Rainbow is caused by the dispersion of sunlight on refraction by tiny water droplets present in the atmosphere. It is allowed form in the direction opposite to that of the sun. So the rainbow is seen when the sun is behind the observer. Here water droplets acts like the small prism. They first refract and disperse the incident sunlight, then reflect it internally and finally refract it again while it comes out of the raindrop. From the figure, one can say that the water drop causes internal reflection once and refraction twice of the incident ray of sunlight. Due to dispersion of light and internal reflection, different colors reach the observer eye.